going to get us rocking and rolling here. So, yeah, like I say, good evening, everyone. It's Colin Sprake here, and welcome to Confidence Hacks. This evening, I'm going to take you through some really cool stuff around building confidence, being more confident, and I can tell you one thing, the more confident you are, the more money you make. So let's talk about this evening as we get right into this presentation tonight. I'm going to teach you my learned confidence that's currently making me over $25,000 per hour. And that's not a brag. I'm not here to brag to you this evening. I just want you to get to that next level. And all I care about is how I want you to learn how I've done this in the next 40 minutes. And there's going to be some key shares here. On the earlier course today, some of the people were saying to me, Colin, wow, my goodness, I can't believe the number of nuggets I got from this, 40-minute call together. So let's get rocking and rolling. All I request as we go through this, please don't use these powers for any manipulation in any way or form. I want to give you some really cool things. I don't want you to use it to manipulate audiences or manipulate people in some way or form. I don't agree with that stuff in any way or form. So if you are absolutely agreeing to this and you will not use anything you learn for any kind of manipulation, because I'm completely against that, then just type yes in the chat window, because that's really awesome for me as well. Just type yes in that chat window so that you absolutely agree to not using these in any way or form for any devious or bad things and become the Dr. Evil of the world. I don't want that for you, any of you, in any way or form. A little bit about an earning disclaimer as we go through here as well. Number one, you're not going to make $25,000 per hour right off the bat, just so you know that. I am all about really helping you and assisting you here this evening. But the key thing, you're not going to make $25,000 per hour. Be very, very focused on what you could be making, which is really important as well. And you might be around $25,000 a day or just $25,000 a week. At first, all I care about, you just want to make, maybe just cover some extra bills you got or buy something new and be able to cover those things with what you've got. But the key thing is, let's get you to that $25,000 per day or per month or whatever it might be for you. And so you might be thinking, is that really doable? I can tell you, 30 years ago, many of you saw the email that came out. That's why you're on this call. 30 years ago, I wasn't this way inclined. I was a person that was very shy. I would never be doing a webinar like this. I would never be presenting. And people say, well, what happened to you? I'm going to share some of those key things with you tonight. Really soft skills that got me to where I am today. My goal for every single one of you, I want you all to be millionaires. And that's my absolute number one thing. And you might think that is said lightly. It's not. I care that every single person becomes financially abundant. And you just think of this. If you had $1 million divided by $25,000 a day, it would take you 40 days to make $1 million if you're earning $25,000 a day. We're going to have a ton of fun with this as we go through this evening. And currently, this makes me over $14 million per year. And like I say, this is not here to brag. I'm not one of those people that loves to brag. I am here to let you know what I'm doing, and I want every single person to do it. Because guess what? I've been in your seats many, many times. I've been in the seat, especially not many times, but definitely been in the seat of not having confidence. And I can tell you one thing, I meet many business owners that if they just got their confidence up, their businesses would skyrocket. So let's get into this evening. If you stay tuned until the end, really, really important, I'll walk you through some key things we do at our office that you can ask me questions on. I'm really, really happy to share that because the confidence we have in the office, it comes from my confidence in terms of my leadership with our team. And as we go through, I want you to see this as we go through this evening. So if you stay till the end, I'll share some of the key things that we're doing in the office as well and answer any kind of questions that you may have as well. Of course, I've been with some of the most amazing people in my life, with Kevin Harrington, with Brennan Bouchard, Jack Canfield. Of course, I'm going to Hawaii with Jack in January, and then we're doing a safari together. Myself, Jack Canfield, and John Gray are doing an awesome safari together in May of next year, which I'm super excited about. And of course, many of you know that I've done a ton of work recently with Virgin Unite and with Sir Richard Branson. In fact, I'm now one of their featured bloggers on the virgin.com website, which is really, really cool. And I'll be back with Sir Richard Branson doing an event with him in Marrakesh in Morocco in June of next year. Super, super excited. So happy that these amazing people are in my life. And I've got to meet these people because of my confidence. And people I can share this with, not egotism, not being arrogant in any way or form, because of confidence. And we'll have a ton of fun with us as we go through this evening. So there's 3 secrets. And the 3 secrets are: secret number 1, how to eliminate fear and blow away your audience every single time. Number 1. Secret number 2, how to have people highly engaged during your presentations. And secret number 3, how to own any stage and make thousands of dollars per hour. How many of you would love to make thousands of dollars per hour? Raise your hand if you'd love to make $1,000 per hour, and even type in the chat window, would love to make thousands of dollars per hour. Just type yes in the chat window as well. Let's get some energy going. Let's get excited here this evening as well. Really love seeing the comments come in. Really, really cool. Because the more engaged you are, the more you'll get out of this evening as well. So secret number 1, how to eliminate fear and blow away your audience every single time. How to really get your audience really excited and really pumped about everything that you do. And when I'm saying audience, I'm talking about meeting someone in a coffee shop, one-on-one. I'm talking about meeting people in a boardroom, maybe 1-on-5. What is your audience? Your audience is not what everyone thinks. People think audience, they think about a stadium. I'm not talking about that. It could be that, but I'm talking about the small audiences. Because remember, every time you leave your home, you're on stage. You know, you meet someone in the street, you're on stage. Why? You're on a small stage because you're meeting the person one-on-one, but they are judging you, they are seeing you, they are talking to you. I'm going to walk you through the key things that will give you more confidence to making more sales and making more money in your life. So very simply, let's get rocky and rolling. If you want to achieve success, all you have to do is find a way to model those who have already succeeded. So very simple for me is I want you to think about this. Who are you modeling on a daily basis? Are you modeling successful people in every way and form, or are you modeling people who are not successful? Now, I model some very serious people, and I'm going to share that with you in a moment, who the people are that I actually model. But the key thing for me is, who do you model? Maybe in your industry, you're looking like, well, I want to model somebody. Yeah, I've got a friend down the street. She's doing okay. No, don't model someone who's doing okay. Model the top person in your industry. You know, learn about them. Go online, watch videos of them in every way and form. You might not know them personally, but you can watch them and emulate them in every way and form. Model what other people do and that are the top in your industry or where you want to be. You don't have to copy everything about them, but this is the way you get ahead. And Tony Robbins, of course, one of my favorite people because of what he's done in terms of his business. Guess what? He gets paid $300,000 for a 3-hour presentation. That's $100,000 an hour for the work that he does. You know, so for me, what I aspire to be, I'm at $25,000 an hour now. My goal is to get to that $300,000, to get to that $100,000 an hour. You have to model the people that are way more successful than you. And if you're thinking, well, Colin, my most successful person is in my city or in my town, and we are competitors to one another, then find somebody else in another city or another town and model what they are doing, because that's how you'll get ahead really quickly. And of course, you can collaborate with somebody outside of your geographical area, so you're not competitors and you're actually collaborating and assisting one another. I would love doing that and helping people be successful, and I've watched people do it. I have a furniture company that I do a lot of work with. They've watched a company very similar to theirs down in Oregon, and actually had a funny area called Bend, Oregon, and they were actually connected with that company, wondered what they were doing, learned some really key strategies from them, and guess what? They are now modeling what the people in Bend, Oregon do, and it has changed their business here in Langley, British Columbia. So amazing. Just model what other people are doing who have already succeeded in what you want to succeed in. You can always tell, I always love this one, you can always tell who the pioneers are because they have the arrows in their back and they are lying face down in the dirt. You know what? I've done this many times. I've been the pioneer in this industry because I'm the one that's taken so much risk. But guess what? I'm the one that's got together, built a system that now does over $14 million a year. And guess what? Within the next 3 years, we'll do well over $200 million. We are growing really quickly. And guess what? We have been the pioneers in this industry because we've built a system that has longevity and built a system that really has taken Make Your Mark to that next level. And I cannot wait to share this with you as well. So step number 1, model others. Let's get really clear on this. Many things that help people feel better about themselves build self-confidence. So the thing about what makes you feel better about yourself, I'm going to talk a little bit about this evening as well. So first of all, take control of your competence and self-image. That will help you build your self-confidence. So take control of your competence and self-image, and we're going to talk about those in detail as we go through. So 2 people that I model. Of course, you just heard me say I model Tony Robbins. as well as I model Zig Ziglar. Why? Because I like the way the both of them do it. Of course, Tony at $100,000 an hour, probably the most highly paid speaker on the planet right now, even more than some of the presidents that are out there. Tony demands a high dollar value. You might say, Colin, do you agree with everything Tony does? Of course I don't. But here's the thing though, what he has done, I model some of the key things he does in order to make sure I take my own game to the next level. So my question is, who are you modeling? And of course, with Zig, you can have everything in life you want if you will just help other people get what they want. So really simple. I'm all about that, about serving others, being kind to others, helping others. What are you doing to help other people get to that next level? And you know what? The more you help other people and you help them get what they want, the more you'll get what you want in your business. So these are two amazing people that I model myself. First impressions are really, really important. First impressions, of course, they last. They're very simple. So you can always underdress, and I believe you cannot overdress. If you do overdress, you will at least be remembered for the right reasons. You know, I've been watching people underdress in so many situations, and guess what? They don't get the results that they're looking for, and they wonder why. And you know what? For me, I looked at actually a good friend of mine who's an entrepreneurial coach, and he was going to networking meetings. This is like 5 years ago. He was going to networking meetings in, like a nice button-up shirt, but cut off jean shorts. And I was like, you're an entrepreneurial coach. Who are you looking at coaching? He said, well, I'm looking at coaching really top-notch entrepreneurs. And I said to him, well, how much are you going to be charging an hour? He said, well, I typically charge between $500 to $1,000 an hour. And I said to him, how many clients have you got recently from this networking group? He said, well, I actually think you're leaving the networking group because I'm not getting much business from it. I said, well, how much are you giving first? And he was giving a ton. I said to him, can I give you some advice? He said, what? I said, you are way too underdressed for the market that you're attempting to attract. If you want to attract a very high-end market, be dressed high-end. So a realtor of mine, actually a very good friend of mine whose brother's a realtor, I saw him last Christmas. I saw this buddy of mine and his brother was at the Christmas party, and his brother came over to, his name is Lance, and Lance said to me, Colin, I cannot thank you enough for the advice you gave me 6 months ago. I said, Lance, what advice did I give you 6 months ago? And he said, Colin, you gave me advice to dress to the style of the home that I want to sell. And what I mean by that is, so he's selling $3, $4, $5 million homes here in Vancouver. I said, yes, but you got to dress like a $3, $4, or $5 million person. You can't dress like a $10,000 person selling a $5 million home. And he said, Colin, what does that mean? And I explained it to him pretty much July of last year. When I got together with Christmas last year, he had his best 6 months he had ever had as a realtor. Why? Because he dressed for success. He dressed for the role. Every time I went networking, you'd always find me in a black suit, black pants, black jacket, pink shirt, pink tie. People say, you were probably the most overdressed person at the event. Absolutely. Yeah. I was the most smartest. I looked the smartest. It was really, really awesome. But the key thing is, I was the one that attracted the most of the attention, and not for the wrong reasons. I attracted the attention for the right reasons, because I would walk in there and people say, oh, you must be presenting today, or you must be one of the owners of the establishment, or whatever it is, because of the way I was dressed. You get treated differently when you dress differently. I hope you really, really, really understand that. Let's start with the basics. Let's start with some of the basics here today. Let's get you rocking and rolling here in every way and form. So start with the basics. So groom yourself. So before you leave your home, I don't care if you're going to the store to buy groceries. If you go out with a baseball cap and sweatpants on, I'm sure you might have experienced this, where you go out with sweatpants on, a baseball cap, and you're like, I really want to meet this one person. And that's the day you go out and you bump into the person you really, really, really want to meet. And you're not groomed, and you're not dressed nicely. The first impression for that person is a lasting impression. Many of you might have bumped into me at a store or a restaurant or something like that. You'll always see I am dressed very nicely. Why? Because you never know who you're going to bump into and when you're going to bump into them. And if you have any questions as I go through this, you know what? You can always type them in the window, any comments. It's really, really important, because I'm happy to share in your successes as well as we go through this, and answer any questions as well. So think positive when you go out, absolutely, wherever you're going to. If you're going to a networking event, you're on stage, wherever you're on stage, it doesn't matter. You're going to a coffee shop to meet someone one-on-one. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Thinking positively is really, really important. Kill all the negative thoughts, because how can you be confident when you are thinking negatively? So think positive. Groom yourself beautifully. Let me go back to the grooming for a second. Your hair should be done, your makeup done. Gentlemen, you should be shaven or whatever it is, or your beard nicely groomed. And you need to look the part. If you want to earn $1 million, you need to look $1 million. You can't earn $1 million and look like $5, just so you know that. Unless you maybe Warren Buffett that sits behind a computer and does lots of investing or what have you. Warren Buffett has the gift of simplicity. He doesn't like all the fancies. But guess what? It would have taken him a long time if he didn't do it a very specific way. So really groom yourself. And of course, Warren Buffett's always well groomed. He dresses nicely. Doesn't always dress top notch. But guess what? He has the credentials now that go with it. Many people on here don't have the credentials. So the way we do this stuff is very, very important. Think positively. Kill the negative thoughts. Be prepared before you go out to any meeting. Really, really important. Be very well prepared to any kind of presentation you're going to do. What's your strategy? What's your structure? How's it going to flow? I cannot tell you. I don't believe in you can be over prepared. You can freaking surely be under prepared. And be kind and generous when you go out. I cannot share this enough. Be absolutely kind and generous in every single way. So be generous with your time. Don't rush out of the event. Give of your time. Maybe give of your contacts to really connect people. And be super kind to other people. When you're kind and generous, you're prepared. You have no negative thoughts. You're thinking positive. You dress nicely. You're well groomed. Guess what? You feel way more confident. And when you feel confident, your confidence just goes up. And it's that simple. And I want to share something with you that I shared early on one of the earlier calls today, is that you can boost your confidence. Now, you might think this is a little bit weird to be mentioning on a call this evening, but I never forget, and my wife will shoot me for saying this, is that at a friend of ours, this was when our kids were really young, maybe 10, 12 years ago, when our kids were really young, a friend of ours came over to the house, and my wife was doing the washing, and this friend of hers was standing chatting to her while she did the washing, and she said, "Gabby, what color is that underwear?" And Gabby said, "I don't know. I've had it for so long." This friend of hers said to her, "You know what, Gabby? I'm throwing it all away, or we're going to go give it to charity. I want you to go buy matching underwear." And she went out and bought matching underwear. I can tell you one thing, her confidence changed, right? Because when you feel sexy on the inside, you feel sexy with your underwear, you feel sexy overall, you feel more confident. It's just so amazing. So that might be a little bit of a weird one for some of the gents on the call this evening, but here's the thing. It's really important. I see Mary Frances chuckling and having a good laugh there as well. But the thing is, the way you dress, your foundation is very, very important. It helps you think positive, kill all the negative thoughts that may be going through you, and really be prepared in every way and form in what you're doing. When you're going out to a meeting, how well prepared are you? Have you taken notes? Have you done your research on the people that you're going to spend time with? I like to research my audiences before I go to speak at different events, or I like to, if I'm going to meet a client for the first time, a brand new client, maybe a consulting client, I'm going to meet with them, I learn all about that I can about them. I go on their LinkedIn profile. I go on their Facebook profile. I go on Google. I Google their name, see what I can find out about them. I learn as much as I can about them. Why? Because when I walk into the room, I feel confident. I feel like I know the person before I get there. Why? Because I'm prepared. It boosts your confidence every single time. Really, really important. So who this works for? Now you might think that who does this work for? It works for just about everybody, because when you boost your confidence, things in your life change. And it's for business owners, entrepreneurs, mompreneurs, solopreneurs, any industry, any stereotype, and any culture. It doesn't matter. Being confident in all areas of your life makes such a big difference. Business owners, I spend so much time with business owners who are not confident. And you know what? They're not making the money they want. Colin, I wish I could make money. Well, here's the thing. Until you learn to be on a stage, in terms of a stage one-on-one, a stage one on maybe 5 or 6 in a boardroom, or one on many in a seminar or a retreat or what have you, until you can stand up and speak in front of people confidently, which was a learned skill for me, I can tell you one thing, you're not going to make the money you want. because any sales offer that you're going to make to somebody else needs to be done with confidence. If you cannot do it with confidence, and I'm not talking about cockiness or arrogance, I'm talking about confidence. So really, really important that you have confidence in everything that you do. And, you know, I share this with so many people that, you know, business owners, if you just learned confidence, your bank balance would change. You know, when people meet you and you're like, and they say to you, you know, how's your business doing? You're like, well, it's okay. And you're all mumbly and whiny. People don't like whiny people. They don't like negative people that are whiny or problem driven. I want people that I'm going to work with that are super confident and that deliver what they promise. That's really, really important as well. And most importantly, it takes time and practice. Every master was once a disaster, just so you know that. So every master was once a disaster. It takes work to become a master of different things. Jim Carrey in the beginning was an absolute disaster. And guess what? He's become one of the most highly paid actors in the world right now. Why? Because he's a master of what he does. Many of you aren't masters of what you do. You're on your path to becoming a master. But it takes repetition, repetition, repetition to become massively successful. I was saying this to my daughter just yesterday. My daughter said to me, Dad, she's going for math tutoring. And I said to her, I know you're going for math tutoring, my sweetheart, but you know what? It's really good for you. And she said, Dad, but I'm so up to speed. I know exactly what's going on with my math. I don't need to go for my math tutoring today. And I said to her, honey, the best athletes in the world and the best celebrities, the best superstars in the world all get trained and coached on a weekly basis to take their skills and talents to the next level. And are you practicing and taking your skills to the next level? So I said to my daughter, you go and do your math tutoring. She said, Dad, I don't really want to go. I said, great, go anyways, because you'll become a superstar. I said to her, because she does gymnastics, I said to my daughter, so you do gymnastics, sweetheart? Well, here's the challenge. If you only went once and you then said, I'm good at gymnastics, would you ever be able to do the moves that you do today? She said, no, Dad, I had to practice, practice, practice. I said, guess what? Mathematics is no different, and neither is being on stage any different. You might think, Colin, I'd rather be in the box than do the eulogy. I understand that. But the key thing is, it's really important. You've got to get out of the box sometime, because, you know, when you're on stage in front of people, in front of 10, 15, 20, 500, 5,000 people, that's when your life absolutely changes, because that's when you build the confidence and grow immensely. So secret number 2, how to have people highly engaged during your presentation. So if you've got some value so far, just type yes in the chat window so I can see that you're all still alive out there having fun. Let's get some yeses happening in the chat window so I know that you're fully engaged with me today. I see there's overgive but never under. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. That was great. Beautiful. Awesome. 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 Well, let's keep on rocking. That was only secret number 1. So secret number 2, how to have people highly engaged during your presentation. So this is one of my favorite things to do. It's really getting people thinking. So get your pens and paper ready, because we're going to go through a bunch here as well. So gaining respect. So step number 1, how to gain respect. Number 1, stand tall. Not stand arrogantly or stand egotistically. Stand tall. So have a good posture when you're standing in front of an audience. You know, I'm going to show you one in a moment. I'm going to show you a very good example in a moment. But stand tall. Stand, not with your shoulders rounded over, and because when your shoulders are rounded over, you're sad and it doesn't look very strong. You need to stand with your shoulders back, chest forward. Be confident, not cocky. Be confident in what you do. Stand tall. Have a really good posture. When you presenting, doesn't matter if you're sitting in a coffee shop. Don't slouch over the table. Sit back or sit up straight, not back, because if you sit back, it means you're disengaged body language wise. But sit up, be strong, have eye contact. If you're always looking down at the table, or if you're walking or standing in a meeting and you're looking down on the floor, for many people, that means you're depressed. You're not interested. Be very careful. Your body language is very important. Stand tall, have great posture. Increase your competence. Cannot stress this enough. Increase your competence in the things that you do. The more prepared you are, the more you practice, the more you rehearse, the more competent you become at things. I cannot stress this enough for you. Keep on becoming more competent in what you are teaching, what you are training, what you are selling. The more competent you become, the more you learn your product, the more you learn your service, and the more you read up on it, the more competent you become. The more competence you have, the more confidence you have. Set a small goal and achieve it. This is one of my favorite little things for all of you to think about. So you might hear me say frequently, set big goals. Understand about setting big goals. But here's one of the big things to understand. When you set big goals, the challenging part with big goals is that, you might not achieve them every single day. I want you to set a small goal, maybe a daily or weekly, and achieve it. Because when you achieve small goals, it gives you a lot more enthusiasm to achieve the bigger goals. And of course, your small goals are on a path to achieving the big goal. So some of the small goals you might do when you go to a meeting with person one-on-one or what have you, that you take notes. Maybe you don't take notes, but take detailed notes. At the same time, think about any other goals, small goals you can be achieving. Maybe show up for 10 minutes early for the meeting, because if you're one of those people that's habitually late, stop being late and show up on time. In fact, show up early. Just change set a goal and achieve it. And of course, the next one is actually changing a small habit, which is really showing up early for meetings. What habits can you shift towards giving yourself more confidence? Maybe you got a habit there or a negative thought pattern that says, I'm not good on stage. I will suck on stage. I'm not meant to be on stage. I wasn't born to be on stage. Here's the thing. Every single person is on stage. Every single one of you is on stage. The minute you walk out of your home, you're on stage. So don't think that you're not on stage. You're on stage every minute of the day that you're awake. You're even on stage in front of your children, because your children are learning the habits you have. They're learning what you say. They're learning how you behave. You're on stage every single day, whether you like it or not. And then focus on solutions. No one likes people that are whiners, that are always focus on the problems, always focus on the challenges. When you focus on solutions, you become more positive. When you become more positive, you become more confident. So don't go to meetings or go to events or gatherings where you're one of those people that completely complains about things all the time. Focus on the positive stuff. Focus on, when you go networking, talk about the most positive things while you're networking. If you're going to a network marketing meeting and you're standing up, maybe doing a presentation to attract distributors or consultants, don't be complaining about things. Be talking about positive things. Always be talking about the solutions that be solution driven in everything you can. If you hear a comment, look at it as an opportunity, or look for the solution in that comment. Don't look for the problem in that comment. Really, really important. And of course, a lot of the stuff I teach at Qunatum Trainer, and I take people through this at Qunatum Trainer in every way and form. Why? Because your confidence goes through the roof. Your confidence goes through the roof. You learn all the systems, structures, processes, everything from me to become more confident and make more money than you ever have. So let's get to secret number 3. How to own any stage and make thousands of dollars per hour. So let's really talk about this today. If you'd like to make thousands of dollars per hour, raise your hand, show me on the screen, type in the window, yes, I'd love you to make $1,000 per hour. And I'm not joking with you on this. You can make thousands of dollars per hour. The key thing though is, are you ready to make thousands of dollars per hour? Is your confidence level there yet? Remember, I wasn't always like this. 30 years ago, I would have been hiding behind the computer or under the desk that I'm in front of. The key thing though is, no, I am making millions of dollars a year now because I raised my confidence, and I want to help you raise yours. And Qunatum Trainer is where we started. So let's get together right now and talk about secret number 3, how to own any stage and make thousands of dollars per hour. And thank you for the great comments there. There's so many great comments in the chat window from people talking about the thousands. I'm ready. Are you truly ready? My goal for you is, if you are ready, let's get you rocking and rolling. If you say yes, my question to you, do you truly mean yes? Are you prepared to take that step to get you over that line, to getting you the results that you're absolutely looking for? So let's get back to the secret number 3. So myth number 1, as part of secret number 3, you're born this way. Now, absolutely not. For most people, everyone thinks, well, Colin Sprake, you were born that way. I wish I could say I was this way. Some of you have met Cheryl Bishop from my office. Guess what? Cheryl from my office was also very, very shy. Even as a teenager, she was hugely shy as well. And you know what? For me, I say to people, you know what? It fascinates me. People say, you are born this way. That to me is a myth. I realized very quickly that all great speakers, all great salespeople learned and perfected the art from other very successful people. You know, that's my goal, is to show you what I've done, help you become more successful, because not everyone's born this way. You can learn how to be successful, be confident, because remember, in the school, when you're a child, we have this little beautiful, amazing, intuitive being that is so pristine and beautiful and so innocent. And then things start to happen to us in life, and we put these shells around us, and these shells keep on building out and building out and building out. And unfortunately, we get chastised, or someone says something to us, or someone says you're not good enough, or what have you. And we start putting these shells around us, and eventually we lose a lot of the confidence we had as a child. I mean, babies walk up to tables and pull glasses off and do whatever. They do that completely. You know, some people say you are born this way. I think you are born this way. I think we lose it, but then we have to unlearn it. We have to relearn it, because, you know, babies, you look how confident most babies are. They will do what is required. But the key thing is, unfortunately, they lose that over time, because we pull them away from that by learned practices or by stuff that's happened around them, surroundings, environment, what have you. So for me, remember, all great salespeople and speakers learned and perfected the art from other very successful people. Myth number 2, it's not your thing. You might say, Colin, I don't want to be on stage. I have no interest in being on stage. Here's the thing. If you want to make a fortune in any industry, be on stage. You know, and people say, what do you mean? I watch financial planners. I watch insurance brokers. The best ones in the world know how to present themselves. They know how to structure things. They know how to do things correctly. They know how to put things together right. That's the best people in the world. Why? Because they know how to talk in front of an audience. Whether it's one person, 10 people, or 100 people, it does not matter. The key thing, or 1,000 people, it doesn't matter. You need to be able to present yourself, because you might think it's not your thing. It is your thing. In order to make millions and millions of dollars, just like I do, I want you to be super successful. So let's just get down to, and people say, why have you got Queen Elizabeth's picture there? The key thing is, before she was queen, yeah, she didn't have to do very much. She was a princess, and their life was pretty damn easy. But the key thing is, when she became queen, she might have said it's not her thing, but she has to do it. She has to stand up on stage and do different things at different times of the year. So let's go through very simply. She had to know her topic. So she knows her topic, knows what's happening. How well do you know your topic? How well have you researched your topic? You know, if someone throws you a question, doesn't knock you off, or do you have the answers? And remember, I'm not saying about being cocky here. I'm saying, do you really know your topic? Do you have a set structure when you put your topic together? How well is your topic put together? Do you have a structure when you put presentation together? Like I'm doing with you this evening, this is a very structured presentation. Why? Because when you structure things correctly, you get different results. And most importantly, you need to learn and grow. What are you learning? What are you watching? I mean, turn off that freaking television set. It drives me crazy how many people watch TV. They learn nothing from it. You'll always learn this about me. I'm always listening to audiobooks, doing different things. Learn and grow every single day. You know, successful people are learning and growing all the time. In my car, I always listen to audiobooks. If you get in my car with me, lots of times the journeys are quiet journeys, or we listen to a chapter, we stop the chapter, we have a discussion around the chapter. I don't mind who's in my car. I'm forever learning and growing. Why? Because when you learn, you grow. It's just that simple. Be extremely well prepared, and most importantly, the more prepared you are, the more you learn and grow, the more you have a set structure around how you do things. And I'm all about teaching people structure, because you can go and learn this, attempt to create the stuff yourself. I have all the stuff ready for you, done for you, so that you can absolutely make a fortune in every way and form, because it's time to make serious money and not sit around waiting for things to happen. Some of you might be elite students with me. This complements your elite package. This is something that you might say, well, it's not something I want to do right now. I can tell you, confidence is one of the most important things, and it takes me 5 solid days to help you build this confidence to a level that you'll make more money than you've ever made. If you realize that 2018 is time to make a big difference in your life, type in the chat window, time. Just type in the word time, because I know it's absolutely time for you to make a bigger difference in your life, so that we can start to get different results and get you to that next level as well. So important. Yeah, I like the word now, time. It's so cool to see all the comments in the chat window. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay. There's another myth. The stuff that we teach at Qunatum Trainer, it's only for speakers. Absolutely not. As Franz Schubert said, the world resembles a stage on which every man is playing a part. You're part of a big stage every single day. You might think you're not on stage. You're on stage every day. So stop thinking you're on stage. My goal for you, be on stage, grow your confidence and make serious money doing it. Where would you need this? I'm going to share this with you. There's so many areas that you'll need this confidence, and you'll need the structures I have and the process I have to make a fortune in so many different areas. So very simply, you need it when you're in any coffee shop meeting. I'm going to show you how to have the confidence when you go to a coffee shop meeting and how to do this effectively. In boardroom presentations, skyrocket your confidence so you can do very effective boardroom presentations with very set structures. Seminars, how to leverage seminars in your business as well, which is one of the most important things. Some of you might be mortgage brokers, financial planners, insurance people, whatever it might be. The big thing for me there is, you can use seminars. I have an insurance agent that I've been coaching, and really cool. He went out, did his first seminar. His confidence has gone through the roof. He understands how to do seminars. His structure's there. He's prepared. He's organized because of the process I have for him. And guess what? His first event he does with 12 people, he makes $70,000 in commission. If you want $70,000 at your first event, raise your hand or put yes in the chat window, because I can tell you one thing. You think this is impossible. It's absolutely possible when you do the work and you definitely get the results doing it. So you can use seminars. You can either do seminars as your business or retreats or whatever it is, or you can use seminars as leverage to generate leads for your existing business. This Qunatum Trainer is for every single business owner to get you to that next level. Really, really important. It's for people presenting business opportunities, people that are doing home party presentations. You want to take your home parties to the next level? Many people, when they're doing home parties, they do the home parties or the demos, and then they get to the talking about the money and the offer, and they go dead, and they lose a ton of business or a ton of opportunity from it. I'm going to show you very cleverly how to take all your presentations to that next level to gain that confidence, no matter what kind of presentation you're doing, whether it's retreats. I'm going to show you, once you get this confidence in your business, it's going to show up in your relationships. And most of all, you'll have more confidence with your children. When you present more confidence around your children become more confident. And that's really, really cool as well, which I absolutely love and want to assist you with getting to that next level as well. Really, really important. To me, everything you do in life is a presentation. That's simple. Those who present with confidence grow much richer bank accounts and relationships, guaranteed. I love it. I mean, for me, it's all about, there's money around us, and people might say, Colin, it's not just about the money. I can tell you one thing though, when you make a ton of money, you can do a lot with it. And it's about time that every single one of you listening to this tonight actually makes that money and gets yourself to that next level. Plus the critical point, how to ask for the sale with ease and make a ton more money. When you learn how to be more confident and you go through Qunatum Trainer with me, you'll learn how to you'll learn how to close sales with ease. You'll have way more confidence. In fact, you'll get more people to say yes than you ever have had say yes. I've watched people that have come through with me where they're doing maybe sales from stage or sales in a boardroom or wherever it might be, and all of a sudden their sales start to change completely. The one gentleman I've been working with, out of 10 leads he had, he would get maybe 3 sales. He now gets 8 out of the 10 sales. Why? He presents with confidence. He's super confident what he does. He makes more money because he gets more people to say yes. If you would love more people to say yes to you with ease, type the word ease into the chat window for me now, right now, please. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, everyone. It's so cool to see all the comments and to see everyone online with me this evening. I know for some of you on the East Coast, it's approaching 20 to 9, which is awesome. And for those of you on the West Coast, it's only 20 to 6, so it's okay as well. Okay, so you can do it. Very simply, like I said earlier, here's a lady. Look how well dressed she is, how well groomed she is, doing a presentation in front of 4 other people. She could be presenting to those people, and those people could be potential buyers, maybe buying a $25,000 item from her. With the way she's dressed, the stature, her posture is very good. Her head's up, her back, her shoulders are back. Very, very confident in the way she's dressed. Please don't dress sloppily, because you'll get sloppy results. It's just that simple. You want to get really good results, dress like you dressed for success. Remember, you can always underdress. I never believe you can overdress. Every single one of you on this call can do it this evening by really getting focused on taking all the principles you've learned from tonight and getting them to the next level. When you come to me at Qunatum Trainer, I will take you through all the different levels to get you to such a level of confidence that you'll make more money than you ever have. So let me ask you a question. Some of you might be feeling like this right now. You might be like, oh my God, Colin, there's so much information. Like, I have to structure things. I have to put things in place. I have to, create presentations. I have to be able to be on stage. I have to be really well prepared. The way I dress, the way I talk, all the different things. You might have a bit of information overload right now, like you may be drinking from a fire hose. The key thing for me is, let me walk you through it. Let me walk you through how to really understand how to do this effectively for your life and for your business. This course has changed so many people's lives. Why? Because it's boosted their confidence and grown their income by really working with one-on-many rather than working with one-on-one. Because one-on-many, many of you have a great message inside of you, a deep desire, a deep heartfelt message that you want to share with the world. And you know what? It's not coming out because you haven't really got the structure, the format, the processes to get it to that next level. I'm going to share it with you and take you through it in a moment. So here it is. So this is Qunatum Trainer. Now, for me, I want to make sure that all of you understand what Qunatum Trainer is. It's an exclusive program for only 50 people that come in. Of course, we've been doing this all day today. We have lots of different calls we've done today because of the overwhelming response that we've had to this call. But the key thing is, it's an exclusive program. We have a few seats left for our event coming up in January 2018. It's a 5-day intensive. Everything before, during, and after an event. Very, very important. Everything before, during, and after an event. I cannot stress this enough. I'm fascinated by people. They say to me, Colin, I want to become a trainer. I just want to speak on stage. When you have your events well organized, it doesn't matter what kind of events you're doing. Even the stuff you'll take away can be used one-on-one in a coffee shop. It can be used one-on-many in a boardroom. 1 on 10, 1 on 50, 1 on 100, 1 on 5,000. It doesn't matter where it's at. Everything you'll learn at Qunatum Trainer will be taken from everything I teach, and it's taken me a ton of time to do this. You'll learn how to collaborate, extend your circle of influence. We'll give you a complete roadmap. We will show you how to create your full content for your 2-hour and your 3-day event, all the different pieces, how to create it, how to lay it out. You might say, Colin, I don't want to do 3-day events. I'll show you how to do other kinds of events, because the key thing is, you might only have a little bit of a topic inside of your head right now. I'm going to walk you through how to have the full content creation so you can start to build out serious funnels that can make you a ton of money through becoming super confident and becoming somebody who uses seminars or workshops to really leverage your business. At the event, you'll get one-on-one coaching, really, really powerful as well. We'll give you a ton of one-on-one coaching. And most importantly, you'll learn, practice, present. You'll learn, practice, present. So you'll learn the stuff from the main stage. We'll then practice it. And you'll then be able to, on side stages, presenting. We have 5 stages around the room, including the main stage, 6 stages, where you practice and present. You practice and present. You go learn more, you practice and present. You'll become so confident. In fact, some of you will be like, you know what? I was never going to be on stage, but man, I'm pretty darn good on stage. And you know what? All of a sudden, you'll start to realize how awesome you actually are on stage. You've just been telling yourself you're not good on stage. And all of a sudden, you'll start to leverage this and make a ton of money doing it. You get the entire system. It's very, very simple. You get my entire system that has taken me over 14 years to build. I gift you the entire system over the 5 days. You walk out with my entire system. It's taken me 14 years to build. And when I give you that system, I'm going to give you every piece of the system. You'll see this in a moment. How many of you would like to have my entire a system that's taken me 14 years to build, making me over $14 million a year? How many of you'd love me just to give you that entire system and show you exactly how to use it over the course of 5 days? If you'd love that, say, love that in the chat window. Beautiful, beautiful. Love the comments. Thank you so much. Love, really, really happy that you're all so engaged here this evening as well. So This is what you're going to get, very simply. You're going to get my one-on-one power coaching valued at $3,500. So you get lots of one-on-one coaching at the event. We'd love to work with you. That's why we keep it really small. I actually bring in a guest trainer and sometimes even 2 guest trainers to work with me to really give you lots of one-on-one power coaching valued at $3,500. I'm just going to go through everything you're going to get. These aren't bonuses. You're just going to get everything. Let me share with you exactly what you're going to get. You get the one-on-one coaching and all my legal agreements worth $25,000. I give you all the legal agreements, all the different pieces, all our terms and conditions. You just copy and emulate what we've done. Of course, you have to get your own legal advice as well, but you get all of the stuff pre-done for you. That takes it to over $28,000 that you'll be getting from us. This is one of our students from this year, from Candy Barone from Austin, Texas. This was the most amazing and robust training program I have ever taken. Colin delivers everything and 10 times more. I took away an entire system that is going to 10x my business. He shares graciously, more graciously than anyone I've ever met. Sign up and get yourself to the event. And when I say these people say this, they're not saying this for their health. These people are actually using the materials right now and absolutely crushing it in their business. So you're going to get the coaching, all the legal agreements, and then we'll also give you all the, what I call the events made easy logistics. Now that's everything we do at the back of the room, set up of the room, training outside of the room. If any of you have ever volunteered with me at Business Mastery, you'll see all the structure that's in place. You get everything given to you. That's cost us a fortune to build out. So now the value of this has gone up to just under $130,000 to get you to that next level. And I will take questions at the end with pleasure. So I'm going to go, this is one of the most awesome systems in the world, and you're going to get absolutely everything. Okay. So you get everything just under $130,000. Dr. Greg Gary, who's the former president of Canadian Association for Professional Speakers. This man is highly accredited. He said, this is one of the most amazing testimonials. I highly recommend Qunatum Trainer to all business owners, not just to speakers, to all business owners. If I had this information 10 years ago, I would have been a lot further ahead. I learned so many ways to increase my business and marketing programs. The amount of depth is unlike anything I've ever seen in my life. I've spent a lot of money and air miles traveling around, and there is nothing like this program on planet Earth. Isn't that a great comment from somebody? And if you're thinking, well, is this really for you? This gentleman's comment right now, he's a seasoned speaker, and he said, Colin, the value was extreme. Nothing like it on the planet Earth. So, of course, you're going to get my coaching, or the one-on-one coaching, the legal agreements, the easy logistics, and then I'm going to give you every one of my $1 million scripts. So you're going to get all the different, the number of different scripts that I have. I'm going to give them to you. That's well over $2.5 million worth. Why? I've made over $55 million with all these scripts and everything that I have created. I give you the most current ones so you can take them and repurpose them for your business. That takes us now to over $2.6 million worth of what you're going to get when you come out and attend this event. Richard said it simply, and I talked about this earlier. He has a gentleman using seminars as leverage for his business. He says, I have been in the industry of financial planning for 40 years. I've attended many training programs, and this is by far the most comprehensive. This is not only understanding the front of the room, but also all the details at the back, how to set up everything, pound for pound and value for money. Nothing touches this course. You can go to other Train the Trainer courses. It'll teach you how to train. It won't teach you how to have the confidence and have the confidence, not just from the front of the room, but the back of the room, all the logistics, how to fill events, everything. It's a great, great comment from Richard Blake. So you get one of the power coaching, all my legal agreements, easy logistics, all the scripts. You get our next thing is filling rooms with ease system. So we've continued to enhance the system, build the system out. We have a 5-step system to really helping you, or 5 key ways to filling events. That's now, that has done so many wonders for us, over $1.5 million worth of value. The key things that are part of this, really important, how to fill events using what I call guerrilla strategies, where you put your time in, and there's other how to fill events using paid strategies like Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads, and of course doing promos on Instagram. We give you all of those to understand every single one of them so you can fill your room with ease. The biggest challenge for most people, how do I fill a room? Every single one of you should be doing seminars because you're on stage every single day. The value is now at just over $4.1 million. Candace was on the call with me earlier today. She said, just finished 5 fantastic days at Qunatum Trainer. Colin really pushed my universal challenge line. I'm sure you all can recognize that one. I came into this course not really having a clear idea of what my vision was to serve and help people. Colin and his team helped me clarify that, helped me build out my funnel, how to give a presentation, and how to go out there and serve and make serious money. It was a blast. This lady is one amazing lady. I've got to connect with her, and it was so great to have her on the call earlier today. So you get all the pieces, the coaching, the agreements, the logistics, the scripts, the fill the events with ease system, and you get everything in electronic format, which is so cool. At the end of the 5th day, we share everything with you in electronic format so that you can then take things and just change them on the fly. You have Word documents, Excel spreadsheets, all the different things we give you. We just give it to you in electronic format so that you can repurpose them without having to retype everything and redo everything. This is where the power is at. You're taking something from somebody who's built out this entire system and got it to the next level. And for me, this has made me well over $55 million. I want this to make you a ton of money as well. And some of you might say that's unheard of kind of money for you right now. Absolutely not. Add seminars in any way or form you can to your business, or come out and just learn how to present yourself with confidence. And man, will you make more money than you've ever made. So that's now $4.148 million. Natalie Aroda had a really great comment as well from Taurus Coaching. I cannot tell you how blessed I am that I made the decision to come to Qunatum Trainer. What he has given us is absolute gold. The biggest takeaway was I have had lots of ideas, and this really put them all together perfectly. I cannot wait for the next 90 years, she said to me. Thank you so much, Colin. This is the kind of stuff, if you're sitting on the fence thinking, Colin, is this really for me? It's absolutely for every single business owner, because it takes you to the next level in every way and form. So you get my power coaching, all my legal agreements, all the logistics, all the scripts, the fill the room with ease system, the electronic format. And the final thing you get is our private, intimate Facebook group where you can hang out, ask questions of each other, and that takes it to just under $4.2 million. That's what it's taken me to build out this entire system. Personally, cash out of my jeans, sweat equity, what have you. I give you this entire system. And people think, do I really give it to you? Absolutely. I give you every piece of it and some, because I'll give you all our drip email campaigns. I'll give you the text. I'll give you how we do it in every way and form to help you really fill your own events and confirm that people actually show up at your events as well. Judy was one of my favorite ones. She said, I had no idea what I was doing here. I came with no idea of what I was going to do or speak on. Here we are 5 days later, and I could not be more excited about the path I'm going to go down. Colin has given me the courage and fortitude to step into something I've always wanted to do. If you are a speaker or not, the information is extremely valuable. If you don't get this, this is how powerful the stuff is that we teach here at Make Your Mark. So you get the entire system, and my goal for every single one of you is not going to take you 14 years. It's going to take you 12 months. My goal for you is to make multiple 6 figures, if not 7 figures, in 12 months using and adding this Qunatum Trainer process, system, and confidence to your business. If you'd like to make multiple 6 figures in the next 12 months, put in the chat window, yes, in the chat window, because I want to serve you and help you get there. So type in the chat window, yes, if you want the whole $4.5 million or $4.2 million system, and you want to be able to really do what we've done, taken me 14 years to build. You just get given on a silver platter right in front of you. So thank you for all the comments. Really, really cool to see all the comments in the chat window. Oh, my absolute pleasure to be of service to all of you here this evening. Okay. So if this all this did was the following for you, say, finally got you more confident in all areas of your life, would it be worth it to show up for this event? If I helped you share your message with more people, and maybe hundreds or thousands of people, would this be worth it to you? And if I gave you the ability to be open on stage in front of any size audience, doesn't matter if it's 2 people, 5 people, 10 people, 500 people, or 5,000 people, and make significant money, would it be worth it to you? I want you to think about that. With those 3 bullets, would it be worth it to you? So this is how you get started now, very simply. I want you to get started, come on board with me, become part of the Qunatum Trainer family. You can get it. You get a whole $4.2 million system for $14,997 today. The event dates are January 29th to February 2nd, 2018, from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day. And don't think that's a long time. We go through a lot. We build out your business for you while you are there. The way you get hold of this is you send me an email to colinea@mymsuccess.com. So I'm going to put that in the chat window right now. You send it to colinea at mymsuccess.com. And what you do in the in the subject line, you say, I have Q, I have questions, and you send that through to me. I will call you personally and answer any of your questions so that you can get everything that you need to get yourself to the next level, so that we can actually serve you and get you in as a Qunatum Trainer client. And let me just put this out to everyone, which is really important. There we go. Beautiful. There we go. So that you can see Colin EA, make sure you copy that correct, or even just click on it and immediately engage. So it's $14,997 for an entire $4.2 million system. Is that not awesome? If that's awesome to you, type the word awesome in the chat window right now for me, please, everybody. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. That's absolutely awesome. So let me tell you, there's some other key things that I'm going to do for you this evening as well. So let me assist you a little bit as well. So if you cannot do the full $15,000 today, it's $5,000 down today, remained on equal payments by January 1st, 2018. Now, if you're emailing me directly, I have no problem if you want to email me. The key thing, though, make sure that you're super interested in this program. I don't want you to email me and say, Colin, I've only got $1,000. Can I come for $1,000? I am giving you my entire $4.2 million system on a golden platter, teaching you how to use it, teaching you how to implement each piece of it for $15,000. That to me is absolutely freaking awesome. And you might say, Colin, why are you doing this? Because you know what? I just want to serve people. And I know that many of you out there want to serve other people. You have a message inside of you. Let's draw that message out of you and really get your message out there to serve a ton of people. You also, for those of you that want to pay in full, you can pay $12,000. You pay in full today. Instead of paying the $15,000, you pay $12,000 today when you pay in full. And you just simply text me, or not text me, but email me at colinea@mymsuccess.com, and then put in that subject line, I have Q, which means I have questions. I'll phone you. I want to book a private one-on-one call with you, phone you, get you booked in for a call so that we can get you squared away and get you into Qunatum Trainer. If I don't answer your questions and you're like, well, Colin, that wasn't good for me, it's okay. Then you don't have to join. I just want to make sure that you come in, have a ton of fun with me so we can get you into the program so that you really, really get the results that you're looking for as well. Okay, beautiful. So you can get started now. So remember, it's, you're getting just $4.158 million worth of system. You can either pay $14,997 or $12,000 paid in full, or $5,000 today, and the rest on remainder on equal payments by payments by January the 1st, 2018. And what I'm going to do is, in a moment here, I'm going to start the timer because I want to limit this. I want to make sure people take action, that you committed. So make sure you send those emails in. It's really, really important to send the emails in to colinea@mymsuccess.com so that I can absolutely serve you and take you to the next level. I will open up for questions now. So if anyone has a question, type in the chat window, I have a question, or raise your hand, and I'll open up the mics so that you can, ask a question. I'll answer them with pleasure so that we can get things rocking and rolling here this evening. So I'll just start the timer to get things rocking and rolling. Make sure you get your emails in as well, everybody. Really, really important to get your emails in. If you have a question for me, please make sure you raise your hand or type in the chat window that you have a question, and I'll answer your question I'll actually answer your questions with pleasure. So you can type in the chat window. Beautiful. Beautiful. Mary Frances, love it, sweetie. Absolutely love it. Thank you, sweetie, as well. Absolutely. So I'm going to put my video back on. If there's any questions, I'll happily take any questions from this evening as well. So let me just turn my video back on here. Beautiful. So any questions from anyone? Anyone want to ask a question, say anything, or what have you? I'm here to serve you. So any questions? Maybe I should just unmute everybody, and then maybe people can then ask questions. There we go. Any questions from anybody? Everyone's so quiet tonight. I know it might be late in the evening, but if there's any questions, otherwise, if you don't raise your hand in the next 20, 30 seconds, please make sure you get your emails in. Say, I have Q in the subject line. I'll answer any of your questions. There'll be a private one-on-one call with me directly, so I can answer your questions and assist you in every way and form. But any questions before we sign off this evening? Okay, beautiful. Well, people, I wish you massive confidence in every way and form. I know that when you join Qunatum Trainer, you will get amazing results in your business, because I can see, I've watched how many people have been through it and how many people it's changed their lives. I thank you so much for being on here this evening in every way and form. And I have to, was there a question?
Yeah, just calling. It's Carol Martin.
Yes,
I
Carol.
wanted to tell you that it was a great presentation. I really enjoyed it. I don't think that I can afford it, but I really enjoyed it, and thank you very much.
You're absolutely welcome, Carol, and big hugs to you, sweetie.
Okay, thanks.
Is this some? Hello?
Yes, Tammy.
Is this something that if we were able to look at it more financially as a reality in the future, that we would be able to sign up for?
Tammy, absolutely. In the future as well. I cannot guarantee the price in the future, because we've just raised the price, unfortunately. Yep. And it will be raised again, because as we keep on building this out, I cannot guarantee the price. We only do the event once a year.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's just that's the way it is. But whenever you can join, I mean, at the end of the day, the price becomes insignificant when you get given the whole $4.2 million system. I promise you, we won't be charging you $4.2 million.
Okay.
Any other questions for any of the beautiful people on the call this evening? Okay, people, well, I'm going to sign off then. Thank you so much for this evening. If you want to have any questions, make sure you get the email in. It's not a pressure call or anything in any way or form. It's just to chat with me, and then we can go from there to see if this is absolutely something to serve you, serve your business, and take you to the next level. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for being on the call. Thank you. Big loves and hugs to every single one of you. Keep being brilliant. Be bold. Be confident. Make more money in your business and serve the amazing people out there, because this planet needs a ton of help. Thank you. Lots of love to you all, and have a great, great Thursday, Friday, and an amazing weekend ahead.
Thanks, Colin.
Thank you, Colin.
Thanks, Colin.
You're very, very welcome.